about the excitement of playing in the college football playoff versus Alabama before we open it up for questions.
Yeah, no, first of all, thank you for having me. We're very excited to get down here, get down to Dallas. We're in a great hotel, beautiful stadium, definitely one of the biggest that, I think all of us have played in or even walked in. But no, we're excited to get down here, play Alabama, and show not only ourselves and, but everyone in the country, what we can do against a top team.
Now we'll go to questions from the media. Remember to activate the raise hand function to indicate you want to ask a question. And our first question will come from Brandon Seho. Brandon.
Hey, Des, kind of a big picture question. I asked you at the beginning of the year, I think after you guys beat Notre Dame, but just to look back at when you went into that game at UCLA as a freshman and getting that win out there to now playing in the college football playoff, can you even recap what this journey's been like for you from that moment to now?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of ups and downs, and all of our records and rings of championships and bowl wins. They might all say wins, but myself and teammates and others around us in the program, we've had downs too. But it's just been a journey, and Coach Fick has always talked about trusting the journey and trusting the process, and that's exactly what it's been for myself and a lot of my teammates. So I've had a great experience over my 5 years here, and I'm just hoping we can seal it off with one of the best experiences there is.
Okay, our next question will come from Joseph Hoyt.
Hey, Desmond, this is Joseph Hoyt from the Dallas Morning News. Mike Denbrock talked a lot about the unique challenges that the Alabama defense brings, but you guys have a unique opportunity with having a former Alabama player, I guess, in Jerome Ford. I guess, how much do you tap into Jerome's experience there, or maybe against an Alabama defense, is it kind of limited in what you can actually take away from someone who hasn't been there in a couple of years?
You can learn a lot, and you obviously see what they're like physically on film, but you learn a lot from them more mentally, and how they approach the game, how they're gonna come prepared, and he really just lets you know kind of what the Alabama culture is, just so we're not just hit in the face when we get out there, and something may be a little different than what we think. So having Jerome on their team, it definitely helps us a lot, and he's a great addition to our team.
Okay, our next question will come from Stephen Hawkins of Associated Press.
Hey, Des, you guys have had about 3 weeks since the playoff burst came out, and you guys have heard all about what a great accomplishment it is for you guys to be here. You've heard about your underdogs. Now that you're actually here, Coach Fickle talked about the opportunity. You guys don't want to let it go to waste. Talk about the mindset that is now game week and what you guys really do want to accomplish. You haven't done what you wanted to do yet.
Yeah, we're taking it day by day, and Coach Fick gave a great speech this morning before we came over here in our hotel. He said, lock in from about 7 o'clock to 1 o'clock, and then we'll have meetings later on tonight. But when we lock in from 7 o'clock to 1 o'clock, right after practice, it's all football, and then we have meetings later on at night. But those other times after that, it's for relaxing and resting and having a good time with our brothers, because for a lot of us, this is our guaranteed last opportunity to go out here and play the game of football. So we're going to do everything we can to make the most out of it, and also have a good time while doing it.
What has these 3 weeks been like, though, getting ready to get to this point?
Yeah, it's definitely been a long 3 weeks, especially with the little Christmas break. But we played the championship game the first week of December, and had a couple days off there, and then started to get to practice. Those first 6-7 practices were, it was attention to the older guys, but then the later half of practice, it was all young guys. So kind of gave the older guys who had played a lot of ball some time off, but also got good work in with it. But it's definitely been a long time, especially, with the nerves or excitement or whatever you may want to call it, just of the anticipation of coming down here. And so, Christmas was a little more exciting to be able to open up presents with your family. And then, we drove back to Cincinnati and woke up the next morning, had practice, and was able to fly down here. So we was all ready to go and excited.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, Stephen. Our next question will come from Gary Miller.
Hey, Des, congratulations on getting here. Going to the Cowboys game last night, what kind of flavor did that give you? Did it help you at all to experience the stadium ahead of time? And did you get any flack for going out last night?
No, yeah. So, I mean, it definitely gave it a good aspect of what it's going to be like. And when I went back home, I kind of thought, at points it is going to be that loud, and at points it's not going to be that loud because I don't know how the tickets are, but let's just say they're 50-50. There was way more than 50% Cowboys fans in the building last night. So there were times where there was an interception or a touchdown where this place got loud, and so I'm excited to see how it gets over the next the week.
Thank you, Gary. Our next question will come from Tino Lavenzi.
Hey, Des. I just want to ask you about leadership. Obviously, that's such a big thing for you. You're the unquestioned leader of this team, but that comes over time. What does the word leadership really mean to you, and how does that definition really carry into this, what could be your last game in a Cincinnati uniform?
Yeah, to me, leadership is not only being the one person that everyone looks up to, but it's also being there for people, whether that be in good times or in bad. So for me, I was a good leader in high school and, came in here to Cincinnati not really knowing what to expect as far as from a college football standpoint. And, for the first couple months and time while I was there, I kind of just, let things come to me and grew friendships and grew in our brotherhood. And it was, kind of towards the later half of my redshirt season, or my true freshman season where I was redshirting at the time, where I really started to open up, started to, reach out to some of the older guys and just kind of see how they were leading and how they were going about their daily business. So when I knew that, I wanted to play my next year as a redshirt freshman, I could be the best person I could be, the best teammate I can be, and the best leader I could be.
All right, our next question is going to come from Lucas Weiss of ESPN.
Hi, Desmond. Thanks so much for taking the time. You mentioned in your previous answer about leadership in high school. I'm just curious what it was like to be coached by Will Wolford, and how formative was that experience for you in terms of carrying you to today where, you're at Cincinnati and you are the leader of this team?
Yeah, no, Coach Wolford, at this point, I like to call him one of my good friends. He's been there for me ever since I was a young kid in high school, and he's always there for me no matter what I do. But, he really taught me kind of what it was to be a leader and how to lead a football team. He was in the NFL for a long time and has done a lot of great things in his career. And so for him to be my first high school football coach, it really showed me what an NFL player looks like, how they go about their daily business. And he made sure that we knew that too, because we had some guys on the team that, had dreams and aspirations of going to play in college and then going to play in the NFL. So he really set the bar for me.
Okay, our next question will come from Joe Daneman.
Desmond, the people that have been around this team the entire season understand how many next-level players are playing at UC and will play on Sundays, even maybe as soon as next year. Do you think the rest of the country might be surprised at how many NFL players are on your team and will play on the field on Friday?
If they're surprised and they haven't been watching, our games, so maybe the draft or whatever that may be might help them wake up a little bit, I guess. But no, we have a lot of great players, and it's just a testament to the hard work that we've put in, the hard work that our coaches, our trainers, all of our staff at UC has got us to this point. And we're just going out on Saturdays and Fridays and just showing what we can do. And like I said again, it's just a testament to all of our hard work.
Thank you, Joe. Our next question will come from Callum Squires of The Touchdown.
Hi, Des. Thanks for taking the time. Obviously, on the most basic level, this is all about Cincinnati trying to find a way to get to the college football playoff final. But does there feel to be some additional pressure of being the first non-Power 5 team in the playoff and representing, kind of that that dream for other universities around the country who want to try and make it to this stage?
No, not really. And, for us, we've already had so much pressure on us throughout the entire season of marking off the checklist. So why add the pressure of every other non-Power 5 school that, that we have on our back? So, for us, it's really just been about us, and will always and continue to be about us and the way we go about our way and the way we go about our game. So, there's really no added pressure on us from that standpoint. And yeah, we're just, excited to get out and show what we can do.
Thanks, Des. Good luck.
Thank you.
We have time for one final question, and that question will come from Justin Williams of The Athletic.
How are you, Des?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Coach Saban talked yesterday about kind of the challenges of dealing with success. This season in particular, what have you personally learned about yourself kind of going through that process?
Can you repeat the question one more time? I'm sorry.
What have you learned about yourself in terms of like the challenges of dealing with success? That might be different than what you personally dealt with the first few years of your career.
Just that adversity is going to come in many different ways. And, the one thing I really look back on this season is not taking things for granted. We did go 13-0, and, the season that everyone had, or the season that everyone thought we should have, and this and that. But, there would be times where I come into the locker room and, the celebration and the joy, and it's just not there. Whether I thought I could have played a better game or didn't have the game I had. But, at the end of the day, looking back and seeing what we did, it's something to be grateful for, and something that, teams may never accomplish and only strive to accomplish. So, really just not taking anything for granted. Not taking any day for granted, no matter how good or how bad a situation may be, and just living every day as this is your last.